The boy who hadn't eaten for 10 days was drooling as he stared at the leftover noodles on the customer's table. Just as he was about to eat the leftover noodles, he was stopped by the restaurant owner. The next second, the owner brought him a bowl of freshly cooked noodles. He even told the boy to treat this place as his own home from now on. If he's hungry, he can come and eat. It turns out this is a charity noodle shop. Those who are homeless or in trouble can eat noodles here for free. One day, a couple came into the restaurant. They had come to get medical treatment for their child. Not only had they spent all their savings, but they also hadn't eaten in 3 days. The woman begged the owner to give them a bite to eat. Seeing how pitiful the three looked, the owner let them sit down and went to cook noodles for them himself. After eating the noodles, the woman found them delicious. She then thought about coming over every day for free meals, but her husband stopped her. Seeing this, the owner told the woman that if she had difficulties in the future, she could still come to the shop to eat free noodles. But little did he know, this act of kindness gave the woman a wicked idea. From then on, she came every day to eat for free. She even brought a group of people who also planned to freeload. She told everyone not to be shy and to treat the place like their own home. The owner pulled her aside and told her that so many people eating for free was something he couldn't afford. Unexpectedly, the woman pointed at the sign on the table and said since it was a free charity business, he shouldn't be afraid of not being able to afford it. Seeing the woman misunderstood his intention, the owner had to clarify that free noodles were only for those truly in need. He had already been gritting his teeth providing food to her family for so long. It was already a huge burden he had been enduring, but the woman didn't care about any of that. She said, since the owner chose to do charity, then he should be happy to give. Seeing the person he helped treat him like this, the owner felt deeply disheartened. Even the woman's husband stood up and tried to get her to stop talking, but the woman's whole family came with a purpose. It turned out that a CEO had donated $800,000 to the owner. When a rich heir found out, he wanted to take all the money for himself, so he asked the woman's family to drive the owner away. They were to put an unknown drug into the owner's noodles. That way, there would be a reason to expel the owner. Once it was done, they would receive $50,000. Then the noodle shop would belong to the woman's family. So the greedy family encouraged villagers to come and eat at the noodle shop. Seeing he couldn't win against them, the owner proposed that free noodles could still be served, but they had to pay a $1 disposable utensils fee. Unexpectedly, everyone was stunned upon hearing this. Even the woman thought the owner had gone crazy for money. The owner explained this was to prevent people from wasting food and to comply with the health department's regulations. But no matter how the owner explained, the woman still refused to pay that extra dollar. Even the villagers cursed the woman for being shameless just for money. Facing everyone's insults, the owner felt deeply wronged. After all, the noodles were already free. Now, he was just charging for utensils per government rules. Was that really wrong? But no one accepted it. They still hurled abuse at the owner. Helpless, the owner turned to the woman's husband for help. Just as the husband was about to speak up for the owner, he was cut off by his wife. She even claimed that all these years, the owner had been using the charity noodle shop as a front to collect an unknown amount of donations. But the truth was that the owner hadn't received a single cent. She had been using her own savings to help those in need, but the woman didn't believe her. But right after she said that, the woman's son suddenly said, a CEO donated $800,000 to the owner. As soon as he said that, everyone was stunned. The clueless owner asked the woman in confusion what was going on. The woman nervously claimed the child was talking nonsense. Only then did the owner realize the woman was hiding something. Seeing she wouldn't explain, the owner firmly stated that without the utensil fee, no noodles would be served. That sentence immediately enraged the woman. She insulted the owner and had a companion fake illness to threaten her. Helpless, the owner went to cook noodles for them. While she wasn't looking, the woman's husband secretly put the drug into the noodles. At the same time, the woman reported to a journalist that the owner's noodle shop was violating food safety regulations. The clueless owner was still asking the reporter what had happened. When she found out her noodle shop was exposed for food safety violations, she was completely in disbelief. disbelief. After all, she used only the best ingredients. How could something like this happen? Before she could explain, the reporter went to test the noodles. Soon, she came out with a test strip. After testing, in the owner's noodles, a large amount of Helicobacter pylori was found. Once people learned the result, they all started accusing the owner. The TV station even turned it into a live broadcast. They spread the news across the internet. The CEO watching from the screen immediately recognized the owner. It turned out the CEO was the same boy the owner helped 20 years ago when he was a homeless beggar. Now he had become a billionaire CEO, but he had never forgotten to look for the owner. When he learned that the noodle shop was still open, he ordered his assistant to search for her. He even donated $800,000 to every noodle shop owner in the city, hoping to find her. But he never found her in person. Only then did he realize something was off. He never expected to see the owner again on the news, so the CEO got up excitedly to go find her. Meanwhile, because of the food safety problem, the owner was ordered to close the shop for rectification, and due to overwhelming emotions, the owner nearly fainted, but the woman still refused to let her go. She accused the owner of feeding them toxic food and demanded compensation, but the owner refused. She believed there was nothing wrong with her noodles, especially since the investigation wasn't even complete. The woman was clearly slandering her, but relying on strength in numbers, the woman even stole the owner's money meant for medicine and gave it to her companions, ignoring the owner's pleas. She even ordered them to smash the owner's shop. The owner tried to stop them, but she was met with the woman's retaliation. Just as the woman was about to strike, the CEO arrived just in time.